What's going on, everybody? My name is Trey Dawson, and I will be playing Malik in our upcoming film titled Northpointe. A little bit about me. I'm originally from a small town called Springfield, Kentucky, and in 2022, I believe it was, my sophomore year of college is when I began working as an actor. One of the first things that connected me to the story of Northpointe was the fact that it was authentic. It was a real story that can happen to real people in real life. And this was one of the first things that made it captivating for me. And then once I spoke with our writer and director, Rick Pate, I got a better understanding of where he was going with the story. And I realized he was professional, he had everything thought out, and he still allowed for some creative freedom whenever we were developing our characters. So I think that just initial impression of Rick and the story of Northpointe is really what connected me to it strongly in the beginning. One of the first things that I would say about Malik is that he is lost. He's 20 years old. He has virtually no family, no guidance, no direction, and he's trying to get everything figured out on his own. And he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. And he finds himself in a tough and a dire situation. And sometimes tough situations lead to tough decisions. The problem for Malik is that he has a very strict moral compass, and he likes to do everything the right way. He wants to do the right thing, but the pressure in his situation really puts his moral compass to the test. I think, as cliche as it may sound, I think what really drew me toward Malik is that I could see myself in Malik. I feel like had some cards been played differently in my life, I could have found myself in his exact situation. And I think him being lost and him just trying to figure everything out really stuck out to me because, Malik was 20. I believe I was 21, maybe 22 when we filmed this. So I kind of understood the struggle, and I understood the pressure of getting everything figured out as a young man. And I think I just connected with Malik just right off the bat. That really made it easy for me coming into the film. I think Northpointe represents the harsh reality for a lot of people. I think we live in a world where finances really drive a lot of the decisions we make and a lot of the situations we find ourselves in. And I think that Northpointe does a good job highlighting the underlying factors that go into the financial struggle and the decisions that come from it. I think in real life, we turn a blind eye to those who live this lifestyle because their lifestyle isn't glamorous. It's not a pretty lifestyle. It's not really appealing, for lack of better words. But I think Northpointe really does shine light on the background and the foundation of that struggle that leads people to make decisions that are quote unquote incorrect. This story left me with a new level of compassion and understanding for those who make a decision out of a struggle. I think in life we are sometimes judged based on the decisions we make without understanding the root causes and the driving forces behind why we had to make a tough decision. So I think this story really opened my eyes to that and allowed me to just develop a new level of empathy for those who have to make a tough decision. As an actor, I think this film left me thinking about how I can develop Malik, how I can dive deeper into his character and continue building his lore across the entire timeline. I think everything from his habits and the way that he talks and just little things he may do, I think all of that is calculated into the depth of his character and into the core of his character. And I think this story really left me thinking about how I can further develop Malik beyond the story of this short film. I hope the viewers feel the same level of compassion and understanding that I got from the story. I hope that the viewers feel captivated. I hope that they feel immersed in the story and can really feel the realness of the entire film. I really hope that the viewers feel captivated on the edge of their seat, wanting more from the story, wanting more from each and every character. And I hope that the target audience, those who live a life similar to the people in Northpointe, I hope that this really resonates with them and tells a story that often goes untold.